Hello and welcome to Lifeline. I'm Pastor Rich Warnecke, the host of Lifeline. The world's and our focus continues to be on Japan and its recovery efforts. Today I introduce you to Mr. Mark Vance, who is the Director of Operations for Christian Aid and Relief. He will share some insightful stories on a most recent visit to Japan.
Thank you, Pastor. There were two main reasons for my visit to Japan recently. The first one was to sit down with our missionary, Brad Wardell, and the leadership of the Lutheran Evangelical Christian Church of Japan, the LECC. The reason that we wanted to sit down with them was to make sure that we had a good plan of using the resources that have been coming in, your gifts, your donations, in God-pleasing ways over there in our response to the disaster. Their immediate plan right now is to continue to take supplies to the people in the refugee camps in the areas that have been affected by the disaster. To date, they've had one trip. Another trip is scheduled in the very near future. Their congregations are corporately involved in collecting those supplies and getting ready to take trucks into those areas so that they can disperse those supplies to the people in need. Their plan is to, with those supplies, be able to establish relationships with those people so that eventually they will be able to share God's word with them also. That's the immediate plan. The second reason that I went was to be on your behalf a showing of our care and compassion that we wanted to bring to reassure the members of the church that we were going to be there to help them as they put together those plans to reach out to the people of Japan. I'd like to relate a story to you about one of the people that our missionary, Brad Wardell, met in one of his trips, and it really brings home the thankfulness of the Japanese people. He was near one of the areas that was affected by the tsunami, and a man walked up to him and said, obviously you're an American, and he said, yes I am, and he said, make sure that you tell all the Americans back home, thank you for all that you've done for our people. And that's what I need you to know, is that your dollars are making a huge difference in the support that we're giving to Japan, and they can't be thankful enough for that. There is going to be opportunities also for possibly bringing in volunteers. What we need now are people to be thinking about, could they go and serve in those areas if needed. So I'm asking you to pray about your possibilities of being a volunteer. Through the grace of God, much work in Japan has been done and will continue to be done. With your continued support, not only in Japan, but in Haiti and other areas of the world, our work will continue. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all men. Back to you, Pastor.
Thank you, Mark. Christian Aid and Relief continues to thank you for your generous support, both in prayer and in gifts. We ask that you continue to support the recovery efforts in Japan with especially your gifts, for in that way we are able to bridge the gap to not only help people in a physical way, but to lead them to see the good news of God and His love. Until next time.